in some excellent news today, we have 0 new cases. So that's 0 in the community, 0 in hotel quarantine. So that's wonderful news, and I want to thank Queenslanders for that mighty effort. And of course, we don't know what's going to happen in the future, so we always need to make sure that we're keeping our guard up. And if you are sick, please go and get tested. It's absolutely critical that people do that. We now have 129 active cases. We still have 3,325 people in home quarantine, and I thank everybody for doing that. We've done 9,209 tests in the past 24 hours. Queensland Health did 6,724 vaccines in the past 24 hours. And at the Brisbane Convention and Entertainment Centre on Sunday, 3,080 vaccines were done. So well done, and thank you to all the staff out there and for everyone who came along and got their vaccine. So today, in more good news, Ironside State School will be open, and of course we thank the Commonwealth. We're getting some of that extra vaccine doses at Pfizer, so we'll be getting 136,890. And what we want to do there is we want to expand the capacity at Logan and also at Caboolture. So across that southeast, we want to make sure that our vaccination levels are roughly equal across the southeast. We are seeing some lower take-up rates in those communities, and I want to make sure that we get some of the extra vaccine out to those communities. So over the next couple of days, we'll be ramping up the capacity there, and the Health Minister will be able to brief you on that. Now, can I just say to everyone about the border? Can I thank people for their patience? We did see some delays this morning, as we expected. Since 9 o'clock, those delays have come right back down, with the M1 being about an hour and the Gold Coast Highway about 28 minutes. New South Wales is currently in lockdown. There are stay-at-home provisions, so the movement needs to be minimal. And of course, we only have those exemptions for those essential workers. We also know that the positive sewage testing for Delta has been creeping northwards, so we are very concerned. Police and our officials are stopping everyone coming in from the southern states into Queensland through our airports, and they'll be stopping people coming in through the roads. These strict border measures are necessary, and they will be enforced. So if you do not need to travel, do not travel. So we expect that the crossings of those borders should lessen over the coming days, especially with New South Wales being in that now complete lockdown. Now, Dr Young will outline a new policy today that it will only be that those few who are exempt, so that means those essential workers, they will be required from Friday to have at least 1 dose of their vaccination. So Dr Young will talk about that, but we are extremely concerned about the possibility of this virus coming into Queensland. So we will take every precaution we possibly can. We've heard reports today that the Victorian lockdown could be extended, and we know that the New South Wales lockdown will be several months. So to keep Queenslanders safe, I would appreciate that every Queenslander would understand that these measures are needed, they are strict, we will be enforcing them, and we apologise for the inconvenience. We will still the health ministers are still in discussion about that Tweed River issue, but we have not heard anything back. So we have tried to accommodate the people living in that Tweed region, but I appreciate they are part of New South Wales, and it is entirely the discretion of the New South Wales government to include them in the New South Wales lockdown. So we have tried our hardest, but unfortunately this is the situation we're in. It is going to cause some inconvenience, but this is what is necessary to make sure that we continue to keep our Queenslanders safe as possible. We don't know where the next outbreak is going to come from. We don't know where the next outbreak from hotel quarantine is going to be, or someone who comes across our border and brings it here. So we need to keep doing everything that we're doing, and I thank Queenslanders for that.